Hi guys, we're back. Who do we got in here? Hi Tom, how are you? Nike and Cookie, what's up guys? Hope you had a wonderful day. And D Hortz, hello. Nice Nike, a Switch Lite, so much fun. Vidya Games, hi Vune. Jen, good to see you as well. You got the Zelders, nice. Yeah, Sam's not dying today. We're alive again. So yeah, my aunt was visiting when? On Tuesday? Yeah, because today is Friday. No, Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I did plan to like stream with you guys and we were gonna make bows together and my aunt was visiting and then Sam ended up getting really motion sick. Are you ready for this, guys? From backing the work van into the driveway. So like we get home, everything is fine. Get inside the door and he's like trying to whip his shoes off really fast. Yes. Kite. Amazing. Thank you so much, Cookie. Yeah, 5 months already. It feels like so much longer than that though. I love you too. Okay, so he starts whipping his shoes off really quick and I was like, oh, do you have to like go to the bathroom or something? He's like, no, I'm really dizzy. I was like, okay. So he goes and lays down, literally a dead person the rest of the night. So I was like, okay, well now I have to like make sure he's okay. And then I just decided to spend more time with my aunt since I haven't seen her for like a year and a half. I got to see her for a little bit for 2 days, which was awesome. She brought us some goodies. This was what she brought Sammy because she lives in Newfoundland. So beer vinegar. And that's actually the only ingredient in this is beer, which is awesome. Thought that'd be really cool. And so yeah, Sam, when he gets motion sick, basically all that happens is he has to sleep. I don't know if you guys suffer from that either, but I've never had that. So I have no idea how it even feels. It exists. Yeah, it exists. Yeah, I've never. So it takes him 24 hours. So like he couldn't even go to work with us the day after. So like things kind of just got pushed back and then it just took longer for my dad and I to do stuff at work together because we were missing one person. And we got home late and I was just like, no, not happening. Oh, exactly. Exactly like vertigo. How's it going, Greek? Yeah, it sucks for sure. That's such a good way to put it, Sammy. Yeah, like he tried to get up and go visit my aunt upstairs. No, took like 2 steps and he almost fell over. I was like, you just go back to bed. But today, woke up and it's fine. It's so crazy, which is awesome. It's good to have Sammy back. I always get worried about him. So yeah, postponed tonight's dinner or like the previous dinner for tonight. I thought we would pop on and spend some time together. It is disgustingly rainy outside here. I think we've gotten about 60 millimeters of rain in the last 2 days. Thanks, Greek. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. A little bit tired from work today. Mostly just my arms. It's been like an arm workout day the last couple days, just sanding. Literally wax on, wax off. And get really dirty. Aladdin's girl, your kid is gone? What do you mean? Is it a big kid? Is it a little kid? Oh man. Okay, so on the menu tonight, we are gonna make gnocchi together from scratch. One of my favorite fall things is to put butternut squash into it. Oh, Zombieland with her dad. Sam literally just watched the commercial before he watched Rook's channel. And we were like, that looks good. Yeah, show us. Sand the floor. No.
Maybe one time on screen.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we're gonna make gnocchi from scratch. That is the most difficult thing that we're making today, so it does take a little bit of time. We should definitely get the potatoes and the squash roasting right away. And then to go alongside it, we have a really nice piece of halibut from our dear friend Zach, who is the fisherman, mushroom man, hunter man. So we'll cook that up today. I don't think I've ever had halibut this fresh before, so I'm really excited to try that. We're just gonna sear it up in a pan, probably baste it with a bunch of butter. I'm not gonna say we're gonna baste it with a little bit of butter, because I'm probably gonna use quite a bit. I think it'll take it. And then just a little bit of chopped kale and maybe roast some carrots up as well from the garden. And that's that, guys. Oh, and then for the garnish, one of my favorite garnishes for gnocchi, because we're not doing a super saucy gnocchi. We're gonna do it like pan fried so it gets a little bit crispy on the outside, which is so good. So fry a little bit of sage in there with it. I think it adds a really nice flavor. Oh, channel points work?
Yeah, they're working.
We're up? Sweet. I have not seen this yet.
So you can modify an emote at 900 channel points.
Cool.
You can change that though.
Yeah, I wonder, we'll have to look into that, Sammy, after stream today.
If you watch enough at the bottom of the chat window, you can claim 100 extra points every once in a while.
I don't know if Joker is good. To be honest, I'm a little bit weary. Because really, Heath Ledger was like the greatest Joker that ever was. So I would go into that movie with like low expectations. I'd rather be like, wow, that was actually good, than to be like, oh, this is gonna be great. And then it's like not good at all. It is good, Greek. Sweet. It's so good, Jen, and you hate movies. Well, there you have it, guys. It's pretty dark. Oh yeah, Jack Nicholson. I need to like rewatch all of those old movies because they're so good. Okay, let's get started, guys. I think I just have to quickly go grab a squash from the other side.
You have butternut?
Yeah, or Sammy can grab the squash. Oh, I can see channel points.
Yeah.
I can get points while I stream? Okay. This is interesting, guys. You actually walk out of most movies? Kudos. Kudos. You're like, well, this is wasting my time. I'm gonna go do something better. Love it, Jen. Love it. Squash. Yeah, does it have a beer, mother? I don't know what kind of beer is this even from? I don't think it even says. It just says ingredients. Beer includes hops. Made in St. John's, Newfoundland. Cool. For pickling, sprinkling, and general concocting. I'm in.
I think somewhere in here you can do that.
Yeah, we'll look afterwards. Did somebody say potato? We have some yellows. Holding the bag upside down. And so here's the thing with gnocchi, is I'm not gonna use a recipe today, simply because I guess I've just made my fair share of gnocchi over the past 9 years of cooking, that I know the ingredients and I know the feel of how the dough should be. So let's kind of learn together. You guys feel free to ask any questions as I go along. Reds, yeah. I don't know, I always like yellows. They're just so yummy. And they're pretty versatile. Ew. Like the feeling of stickers on your skin is not good.
Product of BC.
Okay, so one thing I've learned over time is that the potatoes for your gnocchi, you want them to be as dry as possible. So boiling a potato for gnocchi is the worst thing you can do. We don't want to put more water into the potato. So we are going to roast these in an oven, dry. And with this size of potato, they're pretty small, probably 40-ish minutes for it to roast. And then we'll also roast the squash. Not gonna use all of this because squash is even more watery than potato. So you still want your bulk of the root vegetable, let's say, to be more potato than squash. Otherwise, it'll just get too mushy and your gnocchi might fall apart, and we don't want that. So maybe we'll like cut up a little bit of that squash, roast it with the skin on, and then just scoop it out. And then maybe we'll cut up a little bit more to kind of roast with our carrots to put with our gnocchi afterwards. I think that'd be really good. Imagine if a beer mother existed, drop it into any liquid and it turns into beer. That'd be nuts. Okay, I'm gonna turn the oven on to 425 Fahrenheit to start heating up. And then all we have to do is put this stuff on a sheet pan. And I think I'll just line it with parchment so that it's easy to clean up afterwards. Did you guys get up to anything interesting this week? Got any funny stories or cool things that you did? I feel like it's been a while since we've seen each other. One thing I'm doing this weekend is tomorrow I'm going wedding dress shopping with my mom. It's real, guys. It's happening. Oh, axe throwing is really fun. Did you get a bullseye cookie? That's what you get, Sammy, for spelling it wrong. You still sucked overall. Yeah, I'm excited, Jen. I'm excited. That should be enough. Yeah, we're shopping on the island. There's like six shops here. I contacted 4. I thought that would be a good start. And then actually most of them I can't even get into until like November 2nd, but there was one that you can go into without booking an appointment. So we're just gonna go to one tomorrow, kind of figure out the style that I'm wanting, and then we'll look at the couple of other spots. Would putting salt on them help for the dryness thing, or probably best not to cut the potato? So here's the other interesting thing that I'm gonna do. Is potato skins like to keep the moisture in the potato, right? So to combat that, we're gonna take a fork and just poke a couple holes through. And that way, as the potato cooks, the steam can also escape. And therefore, your wetness is also going to go away, right? So the skin will be pretty tough, and we'll just kind of cut them in half and scoop out the dry cooked potato. And then we can mix it with the squash, some eggs, a little bit of flour to bind it together, and a little bit of cheese. So all I did was I just put 3 fork pricks through each one. You did go thrift shopping today. Fun. I love thrift shopping. I picked up 2 new plants on the way home today. And the one plant is like 10 years old. The lady's like, this has been growing forever. I don't think you'll be able to even kill it. I was like, perfect. Yeah, potatoes. cut the ends off of our squash. Butternut squash is so funny to work with because it always puts this weird film on your hands. Like you're growing extra skin. So I think I'll save the really nice, like, whole part of the squash for roasting up later in chunks, and then we'll use like the bulb part where the seeds are to roast for the gnocchi. And actually, butternut squash gnocchi was like one of the first things that I made when I was like kind of getting into cooking. And it was not bad. I just remember that like everything was covered in flour, but it was really fun still. Super duper orange for sure. 'Tis the season for squash, guys. Time to stock up. We bought, I think, like 10 squash or 8 squash last week because they're all on sale. And I put them all in a cardboard box, like laid out flat. And they should stay for a couple months at least in there. That's like the sneaky way to keep squash, like a dark, cool place in a cardboard box. So just scoop all our seeds out. We don't need to leave those in there while it cooks. And we're gonna put that kind of the face side down so it kind of steams inside of there as it roasts. The steam will kind of get trapped, and that's what will cook the squash. Butternut is the best. I don't know if I have a favorite squash. Like, all of them are so different when you cook them, right? Like, kabocha squash is so starchy. And then butternut to me is like kind of the most fruity and melony style, I guess. And then obviously spaghetti squash is like kind of soft and kind of like spaghetti. They're so different, so many different ones. And then the one that I have posted up on my shelf over here, this little guy, this one's called a red curry squash. And this one, the skin's actually edible. So that's why I decided to grow that one in my garden this year, because there's not really much waste from it. Okay, so this is all we're gonna do. Obviously, we're not really gonna salt anything just yet, but we will salt it when we start mixing the gnocchi dough together. You got an inflatable Darth Vader with Christmas ornaments to go with the one you have with candy canes and with Rudolph. Amazing. I love those houses that put all the inflatable things up on the front lawn. Sam's parents do quite a few as well during the winter. I think they have like the frozen snowman. He's super cute. We are carving pumpkins. I thought we would do that like literally the day before Halloween. Sam hates it. I asked him, I was like, do you want to carve pumpkins together? And he's like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to carve a pumpkin then. I was like, what? He's just not creative enough, he says. So maybe, like, leading up to the pumpkin carving, maybe we should, like, pick a design together, guys. I'm pretty good at carving pumpkins, so we can do something a little bit challenging. Okay, this is ready to go in the oven, so obviously the sooner we get it in there, the faster it'll cook. So let's get that going, and then we will work on prepping the rest of din. You paint them. Ooh, I've seen that. I like that. Like, some people do polka dots and like funny little designs like that with the paint. I'd be into it. I like painting things. Hey, there's a pan. There's a pan in there.
Where?
Surprise. It's seasoned. Okay, let's set a half an hour timer because that's how long I think the squash will take. And then we'll check everything at that point. And with that, I think it's time to have a beer. What do you think, guys? Sammy? What you feeling? You want the peach guava or abricot? Okay, abricot it is. It's Friday. Fridays, sometimes you need beer. Okay, we got our kale. Oh yeah, we still had a couple of shanties kicking around. I think I just have to clean them up. You just started your first one too. Perfect timing then. Oh yeah, and the carrots. Garden carrots. Everything turned color here so quick this week. Like within 3 days, all of the leaves are just like falling off the trees. Oh yeah, Cookie. The post about the Reese's Crunchy bars. Man, they're for sure creeping on the stream. For sure.
Like we came back from San Diego, what?
Don't show it again.
A month ago?
then it's gonna come up again.
A month ago we came back, we're like, we couldn't find these. And then a month later, Cookie gets it on his Amazon. He's like, hey, you wanna buy these?
Cookie's like, what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cookie's like, I already know where to get them.
Like, that's insane.
Chanterelle. Greek, you spell it however you want.
Alright, if anybody else sees those in their Amazon, let us know. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah. Who knows? Okay. Organizing my bowls, guys.
Yes. See the look on your face. What do I need?
Putting all the pieces together. Yeah, you never even searched for it. It just showed up.
Hey, I thought you might like these. Because you were following Cook with Kate.
Greek, I'm not judging you. It's totally fine. I was just bugging you. I think we're all a little spelling challenged some days.
I am.
It's okay. That's why we stick together. Yeah, Sam just fully admits it. Okay, because there's quite a few things going on here, let's write our list. Then we won't forget.
In all honesty, Greek, Caitlin does most of my writing.
It's true. If Sam needs to like send a more professional thing that's written, I always write it for him. Or like he writes it and then I'll just like proofread it and change what I feel like needs to be changed.
Yep.
I am the English person, English languages, he is the math person. And I think we're both like science.
Yep.
We're both scientific. Yeah, words are hard.
Words are difficult.
Okay, this is the beer that we're getting into.
Fuck the English language.
Abricot. Yeah, exactly, Greek. English in itself is just kind of silly.
Yeah.
Okay, gnocchi dough. And then down from that, I'll put roll, chill, boil, and fry. And this is why you eat gnocchi at a restaurant and don't make it yourself. But tonight I'll show you guys that it's actually not that hard to make. There's just quite a few steps, but with anything really good, it takes time. And it's only really good if you do it all properly, right? Okay, so squash and carrots can go together because I think they'll take about the same amount of time to cook. We'll cut them like bite size-ish because my carrots are pretty small. They sell $1 pound gnocchi packages at Dollar Tree. Oh goodness, I wouldn't do it, I shot. The fact that they can sell that for $1, who knows what it's made of? Like, I use more than $1 of flour in it, the recipe. Yeah. I'm scared. Tom, oops, accidentally almost ate a whole box of Cheez-Its. Don't you hate when that happens?
That can easily be done though.
Yeah. Cheez-It boxes aren't even that big. Give yourself a break, man. Okay, kale and I think the mushrooms should go together. Obviously, we'll add some garlic. I think I still have shallots as well. Garlic, shallot, and sage. And then lastly, our halibut. See, it's a good thing we wrote the list, guys. This is a quite in-depth meal. White cheddar Cheez-Its. Okay, guys, we don't get Cheez-Its here.
What are Cheez-Its?
The little square cheese crackers with the dot in the middle.
Those are good.
Yeah, those are like Kirsten's favorite thing. Yeah, English has goofy complexity. Totally. Yeah, the other day when we were driving in the morning, mind you, this was like before 8 a.m. See this lady just like pull out the plastic from a box of Ritz crackers and just start like munching on it in her car. Just straight out of the bag. She doesn't give any hex. Yeah, you weren't there. You weren't there, Sammy.
I missed the day.
Okay, before we start prepping, it's time for this. Oh, splashed in the face. Cheers, guys. Ah, it's sour. Woo! Golden sour with BC apricots. Ingredients: water, malt, wheat malt, apricot, hops, and yeast. This is all we get to learn about this. 5% alcohol, obviously nothing IBU to note on the hops. Good evening, Mama. How's it going? Good to see you. iShot, what are you drinking? Pound it. I should drink it fast just because it is pretty sour and I don't think it'll be very good if it warms up. It's very refreshing though and like fruity. Hefeweizen. This is not a Hefeweizen. This is a sour beer, so it's not as wheaty. A 24-ounce tall boy of some cheap beer. That's all right. Malt liquor. No, wheat malt. Wheat malt, what is that? Okay, these mushrooms grow wild here. So these are white chanterelles. To be honest, guys, these have been in this towel in the fridge for a couple weeks already. And you can see how they actually last pretty well. The only part that I really need to trim off is like where it's a little bit dark and soggy. And then that's the thing with stuff that's like foraged wild, is that it does last longer when you pick it. It doesn't just go bad right away. Because they're kind of used to growing in harsher elements. So it's like, oh, I'm in like a perfectly cooled fridge? This is great. It's like a little vacation for them.
Do you think the cultivated chanterelle has the same properties as the organically grown one in the bush?
I don't know, Sammy. I don't know.
Sure that has more nutrients than some
Yeah, this is probably pretty nutritious. It's true. Mama, you can't sleep? Oh, it's 2 a.m.? Well, I don't know if this is good for me to say, but I think that usually I'm able to put you to sleep. Dust, hi! How are you? The brand is King Cobra. King Cobra. Amazing. Okay, I'm just gonna chop this up. Actually, I won't even chop it up. So this is my other favorite part about prepping chanterelles is that they're kind of similar to like chicken meat in that you can kind of just like pull it apart. Yeah, happy Friday, Dust. It's great to see you as well, man. Thought I would pop on. I know we said Fridays would be Lego streams, but this week was just something else. One for the books. How was your week, Dust? Yep. Was taking care of people. I was like, man, I don't have time to stream right now. Okay, so it's not only like us then. It has been a nuts week. I can't believe it's Friday. Okay, chanterelles, good to go. That's a nice little handful. And then we can chop the kale up into there. Fresh picked from the garden, might as well use it all up. Oh yeah, happy belated Thanksgiving. And you know what? I feel like we have enough American viewers that Sam and I can also celebrate American Thanksgiving with you guys.
We need another pecan pie.
Yeah, we need another Thanksgiving stream next month. It's the perfect thing.
I gotta test something out.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, sounds good, Mama. Yeah, I put you to sleep in a good way. I know that happens to actually quite a few people. I like that. I like that I'm like a calming kind of person. Helps people settle down. So you know the kale is from the garden when it's like been eaten by bugs, because there's no way that you would find this in the grocery store. People would be like, I'm not buying that. A bug touched it. It's like, well, I'd rather eat this than Roundup. Blake, thank you for the host. Yeah, 2 Thanksgivings? Of course it's better than 1. Should we make the crazy sweet potato marshmallow casserole? Yeah, exactly, Tom. We still have turkey. We still have turkey left over. Okay, that's awesome, Greek. I'm glad I don't have like one of those annoying voices. Yeah, what's wrong with a bug? Exactly. Okay, got all our kale stacked up. So I line all of the leaves up together because that's where I'm gonna start chopping. Because we don't want to eat the stems really. Like I blend the stems into a smoothie, but they're too hard to cook, if you guys understand what I'm saying. Do like 1/2 inch thickness. Take a couple of the stem pieces out. Just keep chopping along because we don't want to waste anything. Yeah, exactly, Vune. It's a new menu feature. Oh, that's just the garnish. You know what, though? That actually happened when I was still working in the restaurant is we were serving stuff with a zucchini blossom on it as a garnish on pasta. and someone had like an ant crawling in their dish. And we were like, just joking to the server, we're like, you should have sold it. That was the garnish. It's hot cuisine. Hey Vune, how's your little business venture going? I saw that you started your Instagram page. I gave you a follow. Yeah. Yeah, your personality drew me in. Oh, and the cooking. The Bard's Workshop. So awesome. Yeah, I want people to like feel more calm in the kitchen. Because I feel like most of the time people are not calm in the kitchen because they don't really know what they're doing. So everything just kind of comes together when you start to like learn a little bit more, and then you're like, oh, I've done this before. That's so cool, Vune. Let us know if you need help with anything. I don't know how I could help, but I'm in. I am in. Okay, we got 13 minutes on the timer for our potatoes roasting. We can cross off kale and mushrooms. You follow a couple of live restaurant kitchen streams? What? You need to share those with us. I love creeping in on restaurants. I love it. Stay. This thing wants to roll away. Because Kitchen View isn't around anymore. Your wife's mom is the queen of calm in the kitchen. Yeah, she makes it look easy. That'd be so great, Dust. I'm always looking for new people to follow. Guys, check this out. See how the squash just like sweats? Squash juices. That's so crazy. You've been in the trenches. Yeah, I love that. I love how you can understand some of my references. I was saying to Sam the other day, this was like one of my deep thoughts. I was like, Sam, I wonder how many people you and I have cooked for over the years together. Like thousands. You missed the line on Kitchen View. Yeah. How's it going, Torino? Indian food. Yeah, mine never tastes as good as what they make in the restaurants. It's like, that's why I just eat Indian food out. You're gonna make an unboxing stream. Preparation of the pressure pot. Yes. Yeah, day went well. Traffic was not too bad. Work went great. Everyone's really happy. Ready for the weekend though. Even though it was a short week, it was just very busy. There we go. I don't even know if I'll cook all of those. Maybe I'll cook 3. Save the rest for tomorrow. You were watching Pav Bhaji? What is that? Is it something gross? Oh man, Greek. Our favorite Indian spot in Vancouver is called Tandoori Kitchen?
Yeah. No. Tandoori Fusion.
Tandoori Fusion. It's in Kitsilano. Tandoori Fusion. Unreal. Unreal. Okay. You know what? I think I want to do like little wedges with our squash.
Just did some quick math. Just want to tell you. Did some quick math on if we do the market next year. The market runs for about 16 weeks.
Yeah.
And if I cook 4 briskets on the A, that's about $1,500 a week. It costs about $350 to buy all the briskets. So we'll make about $1,200 profit a week if we do 4 briskets.
Well, that's good.
So we can make about 15 to 17K next year if we do the market just on Thursdays. Extra.
But we don't work on that day, probably. Like we work at home.
I still work, but I only do like a half day.
Oh, okay.
The stuff early in the morning.
Tandoori Fusion. Yeah, Tandoori Fusion. You guys like these little wedges? I usually don't cut squash like this, but I think it'll look really nice next to the gnocchi. Vegetarian Indian food with buttered buns. And people do challenges with that? Why? Your favorite Indian place burned down? That's the worst. We have not found our favorite here yet. Yeah, Tandoori Fusion. So we ordered it one time. Our parents were visiting us in Vancouver. And we were like, oh, we'll order the food and then just go for like a quick walk before dinner. Halfway through the walk, we were walking around the seawall by like the science center. We get the phone call, oh, the food is here. So Sam's like running home in flip-flops to get the takeout food. The worst. Check out these carrots. Crazy carrots. All from the garden. Oh, and a couple of radishes. I mean, we might as well cook up some of the purple ones. They're really tiny. Yeah, we grew them in the not so deep garden bed. So like the most shallow one. So they didn't get very big, but they taste so good. Like you should see when I pick them outside, Doggo is right there. Like her nose is beside my hand. Every time I take a carrot out, she's like, is that one for me? Oh, that one's for me. You guys know how she loves carrots. And then we can also see that the carrot flies got into a couple of them. So I'm gonna just peel maybe the bottom ends of it. They look a little bit sad. Just clean them up a bit. That one's just perfect. Look at this little guy. It's like the size of my finger. Okay, creepy. It actually kind of like looks like my finger. Creepy carrots confirmed. What?
Hi, thanks for the interesting and informative content.
Willamini! Thank you for the 2 months. Oh. Already? I'm so happy you found us. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, tiny little guys. You unlocked it. Amazing. So channel points work. This one is so dark. Like, look at that. Oh no. The bug went like right through this one. R.I.P. carrot. R.I.P. Just do that. Channel points are awesome. Good. I was pretty excited about that addition. I'm glad you are enjoying it already. I'm excited to use them on like watching other streams, because I don't really get to get on Twitch that often. Okay. Cut the tops off. Whoa. It's running away. Okay, we're good. And then we want to match our carrots to the size of the squash so that they can cook at the same time. Yeah, perfect eye shot. Except sadly, these carrots are nowhere near the size of my chef knife. So what I think I want to do is we're going to cut it on the bias, it's called. So kind of go at an angle and cut it like that. So that's like pretty similar of a size. And then do it again, and then you get funky little pieces that look like that. I love how the inside of the purple carrots is always orange. We can like kind of play around with the shapes as well. Yeah, bite size, exactly. Because this is going with gnocchi, right? So you want to be able to kind of eat everything together. I'm gonna munch this piece. So many colors. It's like very fall colors, right? Yum. So good. We're getting our veggies, guys. Okay, we can cross that off. Squash and carrots. The potato timer is almost gonna go off, so we might as well check that out. It kind of does look like candy corn. Hand this out on Halloween. Kids are like, what the hell? Kids are like, don't go to that house at the end of the street. They're handing out carrots. It kind of tastes like candy. Yeah, don't go to that house. Waste of time. Woo! Stimme. Okay. That's a hot tray. We got some browning action. So careful when you squeeze this, right? Because we have our steam holes on top. Those are still pretty hard. Definitely need longer. But look at our squash. Squash is already done. So we can actually take that off the tray now and start to let it cool down. Carrot potato. Oh, your ears must have been burning. You got carrots and potatoes. Hoo, hoo, hoo. That's hot. Yum. Okay, back into the oven. Kind of spread those out. My guesstimation, maybe about 15 more minutes. You're a ghost. Sammy's just losing all of his bones.
I won? No.
Yeah, I got a new apron. Okay, 15-minute timer. Yeah, Carrot, we visited our friend in Vancouver who makes these aprons. We just wanted to pop into the shop to say hi, and he's like, I think you need a new apron. And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, no, you do. And I was like, okay.
I do.
Just say okay to that. And I'm loving it.
When your apron maker says that you need a new
Yeah.
apron, you say, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. I think you're right. Nice win, Carrot Potato. And Cookie. And Willamini. Winning. So basically, Sammy loses all of his and you guys just cash in. Love it. Love it. You're playing it right. Okay. Next things on our list is our aromatics. So garlic, shallot, and then sage is going to be the herb. We can probably pick a little bit of thyme as well with it. We got time for the thyme. Yeah. It won't last long. Hold on to those bones. Okay. This is like garlic roulette. What's this one? Leningrad. Let's go with that one. Let's do 3 cloves. Yeah, but roulette took them all. See, iShot's just going like a little bit at a time. Playing it safe. I store it in the fridge, and I've been storing it in that bag, and everything seems happy. So far, so good. Nothing is like drying up on me or anything. Holy Torino. Just a plastic, like a Ziploc reusable bag. Watch, Nike's gonna pop in. He's gonna make fun of me saying bag. Oh wait, Dust already did. There it is. Sammy said it today though. So one of the stores that we get a lot of our paint from, they were having a customer appreciation day today. Sammy's like, we gotta go check it out and see what's in this swag bag. I was like, oh no. If only Nike was here. Swag bag. It's fine, viewed. Everything's fine. I mean, your house is on fire, but it's fine. Okay, we're gonna mince that in with a garlic press so we don't have to process that any further. Hang on, what? He's like, is my house actually on fire? Do I smell burning? Whoa, Vune. Just a casual Twitch Prime sub for 19 months. Insane. How have we gotten this far, guys? Oh, man. We're almost at 2 years together. Ooh, that's cool, carrot potato. You're gonna learn how to play bass? I've always been interested in like trying to learn music, but I don't think I can commit to it. Like I would start it and enjoy it for a month and then probably not do it again. Sad to say, but I hope that you follow through with it. That's really cool. I think my brother's the one that's more musically inclined. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a shallot real quick. Be right back, guys. BRB. Make sure Sammy stays out of trouble. Oh, I did press mute. Back. Hey. Hey. Yeah, just do it. Oh, Shia. Shia LaBeouf. I wish I had that last name. Caitlin the Beef. Okay, so shallot we'll cut pretty fine. Nothing crazy like a brunoise, but we'll go like small dice on it. Thank you, carrot. Thank you. I'm really excited to cook this halibut tonight. I've not had this fish in quite a long time. Okay, let's start by cutting in half. Cookie! Thank you very much for gifting the sub to Carrot Potato. 4 months in a row. You've already gifted 51 subs in the channel. Hello, child. Puncher of kittens. That doesn't sound like a child that I would have. So, I don't know if I'm your mom. Just saying. Okay, I'll do like 1, 2, 3 slices lengthwise. Thank you for the follow, though. Oh, also guys, a little update to anyone that donated bits to the wine and bar rack. It has been ordered. It's supposed to arrive on the 28th. But that will be something that we unbox on stream together. Oh God. These are getting me really bad. Just walk it out. Not crying. Pretty excited though. Yeah, we need eye wipes. Just put saran wrap over your eyes. One of my mentors when I first started cooking, he had a pretty good sense of humor. I was like, how do you not Or like, how do you get your eyes not to water when you cut onions? And he's like, oh, you just put saran wrap over your eyes. And like, he actually did it. Oh man. Now he has his own restaurant. Pretty awesome. Actually, he's opened 3 restaurants. Okay, this is bad. Like literal tears. It's like running beside my nose. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a Kleenex. Just cut them underwater as they're like trying to float up to the top. How to clear out your tear ducts. Just cut onions. We're good guys. A whole bucket of shallots? That's abuse, Dust. Do we have a list of wines? No. I don't drink enough alcohol to do that. I need to educate myself more. But I'm very excited to put the wine glasses on it and like a couple of bar things. Set that up. Yeah, wine list, please. You guys are just gonna stock it up or what? Okay, there's that stuff. Three minutes left on our potatoes. They should be good this time. Should be good. Yeah, it's okay. Don't cry. We're here for you. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Kate's wine picks. I'm in. This could be fun. Okay, time to snip. Time to snip the thyme and the sage. Hopefully it's not still pouring rain outside. So I'll be back in a sec, guys. Once again, hold down the fort. Did I just hear a cat meowing? Or am I going crazy? Oh no. Oh. So we have a crazy spider web outside here. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. And it's like attached to literally the leaf of sage that I just went to pick. I don't want to wreck his web because I feel like he's keeping us safe from all the bad bugs. He's been here for like a good couple months already. It's like, I'm sorry, spider bro. Because then he'd be like, why would you do that? Now I have to fix my web. Don't want to do that. Done. Yeah, Spidey. Call him Spider Bro. Okay, we got the sage and the thyme. The sage, I'm just gonna pick the leaves off of the stems. But we are gonna cook it whole like this. So like once we're done frying up the gnocchi in the pan, we'll quickly put the sage in at the end with a little bit of oil and like crisp it up and also infuse the oil with sage or butter. It'll probably be a mix of oil and butter. And then you can pour that over the fried gnocchi and it's so good. That and some grated cheese on top. I think you guys will like it. O Soyuz La Rose, Noto Bene, or Note Bene, Duckhorn, Mission Hill. Yeah, Mission Hill is like tried and true. That's a good one. This one I have here, I don't think it's very expensive. This is one that Sam picked up for me. Diabolica. Okanagan Rosé. Oh, it's actually made in Vancouver. But that other one that I had the other day on stream was really good. Yeah, Summerhill. Oh. Potato time. Oh yeah, those are happy. Okay, I'm just gonna turn that off while I keep picking the time. Okay guys, we are rolling into making the gnocchi dough. The most important part, really. You don't want to over mix it because then you'll have like tough gnocchi.
Can I share it?
Can you share it?
Yeah.
You can share it.
Okay, guys, you ready? It's heavy. The extra large big green egg.
We got it
Right
today.
center.
We picked it up.
What? Look how white that is.
Yeah, it's like brand new. Graham
Yeah. Thank you
gave us
very
the
much.
check. Early wedding present. She said she knows it won't go to waste, aka she wants something made in it. And I was like, that's no
Look
problem.
how big the double rack is.
Yeah. So now Sam is already starting to think about maybe us doing like a market next year. Is in the summers here we have a night market on Thursdays where obviously you can apply to be a vendor, and we want to start doing like some kind of sandwiches or something at the market on Thursdays in the summer. And that is going to be like how we start to get our clients for our food truck, I think. And I think we'll be able to like bring you guys along and stream the entire time. I think that would be so much fun. Yeah, brisket tomorrow. No, we're all out of brisket. Oh, that's a lie, actually. There's a brisket in the fridge right now. It's been a week, and we're making pastrami with it. So Sam's got to flip it over today, and we have to brine it for another week. Giant briskets, yes. Yeah, slowly working towards our food truck, guys. Feels good. Feels good. I mean, I think it can easily fit 2 briskets. And then he also got the double rack, so you can like double stack it and then get even more. And we are still keeping the other egg as well. Just now we can produce a lot more. Yeah, brine the brisket for pastrami. So it's kind of like a pickle brine is what they make for it. And obviously it's liquid. So that sits in the brine for 2 weeks, and then you smoke it. So actually, sorry, you cover it with a mixture of coriander and peppercorns crushed on the outside. And then we smoke it for a day. And then what do? We steam it, and then we can slice it. Quite a lot of work, but we're making that for Zach. He's already paid us for the brisket and all of the ingredients, and he wants to have that to snack on when he goes hunting. Yeah, it's a process. But like we gave him a little chunk that we had in the freezer from last time we did it, and like he's already crushed it. He's like, I can't wait for the next one. Doggo? Guys, we have a doggo in here. Doggo somehow made it down. Okay, I'm not gonna chop up the thyme because we're also gonna just fry it with the sage, I think. Some nice herbs. Doggo likes carrots, we know that. I think this Could be the perfect doggo carrot. Doggo, come here. Come here. Uppy. Uppy. Just like a shark out of water. Gone. Oh, she for sure did. She for sure did. She's like, I'm here to help. I heard you need help with carrots. So cute. Okay, we can put those aside. Let's get our potatoes out. Bring this up here because it's going to be really hot. It was amazing. She's such a good little snacker. Oh yeah, look at those now. Yeah. Okay, so next step, I'm gonna use tongs for this because I know a lot of steam is gonna come out when I cut into it. Cut through the middle and kind of open it up so you can let it cool off a bit so we can work with it. See how hard the skin got? I don't know if I've ever made gnocchi with Yukon potatoes or yellow potatoes. I'm not really sure how this is gonna turn out. They're steaming. And then the important thing is that we don't want this to cool off too much. So we want them to still be warm while we're working with it. Otherwise it gets really gluey. I don't know if you guys have ever like over mixed mashed potatoes and it gets like really gluey and starchy. We don't want that. So yes, we will let them cool off a touch, but not too much. And my little trick is to just put on some like disposable gloves or dish gloves while you're working with it, because potatoes are like very hot. The sugars in them, molten lava. Yeah, that would be so good, just putting butter on it. It's true. There will be butter I shot, just not quite yet. Okay, while that's cooling, let's get our gloves. You can also scoop out the squash. Yeah, we got blue gloves. There will be butter. Is it a movie? These gloves actually like perfectly match the blue in my stream graphics. If it's not already a movie dust, we should make it a movie. There will be butter. Squash. Those are for sure nicely cooled off now. Gotta clear this area a bit. Deciding what spoon I want to use. I found the one. Nike swag bag. This we can probably just peel the skin off. It's interesting how it just kind of loosens off of there. It's so thin when you roast the squash like this. It's kind of sticking to the edges though. Is the squash still hot? No. But the potatoes are crazy hot. Okay, good. I might try and scoop it just because it'll go faster. Scrape the skin off. And I don't really know how Italians feel about butternut squash gnocchi, but I don't think it's very traditional. Not usually something you find on a menu in an Italian restaurant. Hi, Steam. You tried to do it while the squash was still hot, and no. Well, I'm glad I let it cool off then. How was your day, Steam? You ready for the weekend or what? Hey, Indog.
Steam.
Everyone's just filing in. Those were taken out a while ago. Yes, they were. Okay, so next step for this, while our potatoes are still cooling, there's no salt on it. It's really good still. Yeah, reporting for duty.
That's tasty.
So now, you guys see what I'm using? I would suggest either a potato ricer or if you have a Spätzle press. Spätzle.
Put the German name on the screen. The OG.
Yeah, it's the original. Original Spätzle Schwab. Wow. Look at the juice coming out of that. I'm just gonna squeeze that kind of over the compost because that's what we don't want, right? Remember at the beginning of stream when I said we want it to be not so wet? Hey, Skits! This is crazy. Ah, cool, Vune. Love it. What? What is this madness? Oh, God.
Onions SG.
This is so cool. Channel points are the best. Okay, I'm loving the onion with the glasses.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. That perfectly covers your eyes.
Oh, God.
Does everyone get it?
Guys, whoever is popping in, we're making the butternut squash gnocchi dough. If you're like, what the hell is going on right now? That's what's going on. It's getting messy, and we're having fun. A lot of orange things are happening today. More carrots and squash. We got our orange apricot sour beer. Oh, you pumpkined the onion. I see that now. I literally just thought it was a pumpkin, but now I see his little eyes poking out. Okay, so now you can start scooping out the potatoes, or how about this? We might not even have to scoop. So usually I use russets for this, and the skin gets pretty tough where you have to scoop the potato out, but this skin is really thin. So I think we can get away with just peeling it off. Yeah, the squash is flying out of the ricer. I think it like shot up to the ceiling too. Squash juices. It's everywhere. The sours, I think it just depends on how it's brewed, but this one's only 5%. It's pretty mild.
I need some toques.
Yeah.
Some toques of hazard.
If you're the only one who plays TFT, do you get all of them? Yes. Actually, I really don't know Nike. The only thing I do know, yeah, it's the first sip, very sour.
Wow.
I know that it is like a random selection of all of the viewers that are watching the stream when you open the chest for everyone.
I think if you have the accounts linked to Twitch, you might have a better chance.
Really, Sammy?
I have no idea. I'm just spitting lies.
You know what I shot is like a couple of years ago, pumpkin beers were all the rage. You know what we had for selection this year? One pumpkin beer.
Bullshit.
And so we asked the lady at the store, we're like, what the heck's going on? She's like, I don't know. Just none of the breweries were offering pumpkin beers this year. Lame. Because some of them are really nice. Like the darker styles, super good and flavorful. Yeah, it sucks. It's like usually our, I was gonna say, our one thing that we look forward to on Thanksgiving, but that's not the only thing.
So for the American Thanksgiving, are we gonna do another smoked turkey on the extra large egg? And then we're gonna do a pecan pie in the large egg?
What do we think, guys? Did you hear Sammy talking?
Steam, I got something to make more barbecue.
Steam, yeah. They all made pumpkin beer last year. Even last year was dwindling, though. Dwindling. Are you good, Sammy? He's good. Steam, do you like the pumpkin beers? I don't know how to take your answer. Whether you're upset. Pete. Pete with the host. What? They're visiting? Oh, man. Jelly. Ooh, I wonder if... What is it? Cascade? I bet you Cascade made one. Hi, Pete. How are you?
Man, those blueberry sours from Cascade.
Yeah.
We drove away. Man, those are so good. I missed that night with you, Steve. It was good.
Sammy misses you, Steam. Okay.
I just want to go eat chicken.
Now...
Drink coffee.
Yeah, that cold brew.
That whole day was fantastic.
I don't think I would have liked Portland if we didn't do it with them.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Oh, yeah, like a pumpkin sour. Oh, man. Yeah, 19 months from Vune. Okay, guys, now we rice the potatoes. So this is where we're basically putting more air into them, right? And it's also helping to cool it off. And this should give you the most fluffy, pillowy gnocchi. You're taking a break. Heck yeah, Jen. And this is a little bit of a workout. As if I didn't get enough of an arm workout today. Back at it. Yeah, I basically got home yesterday since we got home late. I was like, Sam, there's no way I can make gnocchi. My arms are dead. Don't even give me that excuse, Indog. You already have too many or so many.
We'll get one of these then.
Yeah, what's one more?
And it's dual purpose.
Exactly.
You can make noodles.
Then you can make spätzle. This thing is the greatest. You know what? I do have a food mill. Because the lady that we got the canning jars from, we were like, what's that? Can we have that? And she's like, well, I wasn't selling it, but I guess I'll give it to you. I was like, okay. It's down here, Sammy. It's in here. Yeah, it's like brand new. It's the lack of space. I feel you, man. I'm almost there, too. I'm almost there.
No, you are there.
Oh, I am there, Sammy says.
See?
Yeah, literally brand new.
$3.
It's like going into your grandma's house. It's like, can I have that? Yeah, you can have that. Sweet.
Yeah, $3 completely stainless steel.
$3. I guess she was moving or something.
They got all the canning jars and everything, plus that for $40. And all the lids, the labels, the grabbers, the pot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this was the hardest part, guys. We're over the hill. It's all downhill from here.
That's what Caitlin said when I turned 34.
I didn't say that.
Now you're in your mid-30s.
Sammy's in his mid-30s, guys. I'm not even there yet. Okay. Eggies. Time for some eggies. We picked up some more duck eggs today as well, but I think we have to use up the chicken eggs first. So I have 4 chicken eggs. And I think that will be a perfect amount. Look at these crazy duck eggs. All dirty and such. So yummy. Yeah, hey, I'm halfway to 41. Wow.
You should let Rosemary know that you didn't get 2 dozen, so she, I don't know if the other person paid the proper amount, right?
Oh,
Just so she knows.
yeah.
Remember when we had ostrich or
Yeah.
yeah. Now you only need 1 egg for that.
I just didn't think you were that old, Des. But you know what? Someone made me feel old this week. We were working on a house, and the lady's daughter I thought was like somewhere around my age. I was like, oh, she's like maybe like mid-20s-ish. She's like, no, she's 19. And I was like, oh God, she's 10 years younger than me. I was like, that's not even close. Yeah, unsubbed, unfollowed. Where's this other one? I'm just bugging you guys. You turned 44. Amazing, guys. I guess it's just because all of your demeanors are like very young. And I love that. Okay, so now kind of break up the yolks into your eggs. Sam's dying. We're gonna get messy with it. Sammy, I need help, please. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Would I ever cut out chicken eggs for duck eggs? Any day.
Any day of the week.
Any day of the week, I shot. I think they're better than chicken eggs. They just cook up better. We've done some tests. Okay, so we need to get the flour out, please. Steam, yeah, I can't even remember when I was 44. Yeah, you can. You act like a kid on Twitch, as you should. Yeah, am I like 48 or something? Yeah, how are we all still alive?
Are we doing stuff? I need water.
Okay, grab some water first. He's dying. So I learned how to cook from 1, going to culinary school, 2, working in kitchens for 9 years, and 3, being with Sammy. He taught me a lot. Okay, so we're just loosely mixing the eggs into here. Kind of get it incorporated with the potato and squash, but we don't want to overmix, right? So something like that. And to answer the other question, I don't know if I could date a vegetarian. I don't think I ever would. I just like meat. Not that I have like anything against them, but I feel like we would not have very much in common. Bye, Vune. Thank you for the 19-month resub today. Like, what? Have a good sleep. Yeah, the beard. Magical powers.
The beard didn't happen until after Caitlin, though.
It's true. So really, what kind of powers does the beard have? We don't know. Okay, so I made a little well.
Toward it.
I made a little well in the middle.
So, did you not like me because I didn't have a beard before? Now that I have a beard, you like me more?
Nope. Oh, that's good. And then a little bit of salt and pepper, please. Yeah, nope. I don't know what else he wants me to say.
What?
I just didn't really know you.
That's true.
Just being honest. It's one of my best qualities. Okay, and now we have to grate some Asiago. His face. Sue Sammy. You can use the grater if you want, or a microplane.
I'm too close for this.
You're too clothed?
Yeah.
Why are you too clothed?
I don't know.
You can't cook with a shirt on? Who is this guy?
Do you want it microed?
Just the fine.
Microed is.
No, it's the same.
I know.
Okay. He's dying. You're the best. So the cheese and the eggs are our binder in the gnocchi. I guess as well as the flour. Otherwise it wouldn't really stay together. Yeah, that looks like, yeah, we'll go a little bit more. If you think it's enough, it's not enough. Yeah, sleeves hanging down. You can't cook with a hoodie on. See, Jen feels ya.
I know. I gotta switch up.
Court says just take it off. TOS or nah?
No.
One cheese to bind them all. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Okay, so cheese and salt. So we have like 2 methods of salt here. Now, gently mix. And we only add a little bit of flour at a time. Because if you add too much flour, that can also make it gluey. Hey.
Better.
Sleeveless salmon. Okay, a little bit more, please.
Cheese?
Nope, just flour.
Flour.
Just sprinkle it all over. That looks good, thank you.
Already am.
And a touch more. We're almost there, guys. See how the texture is changing?
A little more?
Yep. You can go a little bit heavier. So we need it thick enough, to be able to roll it out. That's looking
You're almost there.
better. It smells really good. It smells like mac and cheese almost. A little more salt, Sammy says, and one more dosing of flour.
Before you do anything, grab more salt.
Okay. Sammy says it needs more salt. That's probably great. Rolling it is the most fun part, I shot. Seriously. There's gonna be like flour everywhere. I guess it needs more cheese too. Yeah, raw eggs. He's not scared. Yeah, gnocchi is not usually something you see like being made. It's true.
Well, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Now you guys can appreciate it.
You should post your video, the slow-mo video of you doing the other gnocchi roll that you did. We did like 20 pounds of potatoes at one time.
Yeah,
This
I've rolled
roll is
out
easy,
massive.
6 inches in diameter.
Yeah, it was a huge gnocchi. When you make gnocchi for a dinner party of like 120 people, that's a lot of gnocchi. Yeah, you want it like a dough, exactly.
We made such good food with 8 people
Yeah,
from scratch.
yeah. Okay, we're gonna stop there because we're gonna work it a little more, right? When we go to roll it. And we'll be using a touch more flour, so that'll kind of get worked into the dough. So we will stop here. Have you been to Seattle? I've been to Seattle for actually like only a day. So I don't feel like I've seen enough of the city. I would love to go again though. Quick little rip across on the clipper. Yeah, a doe, not a female deer.
If we get cell service for the clipper, I think we should do it.
Oh yeah, imagine streaming on the clipper, guys. I wonder how much you can probably like buy Wi-Fi.
No, like you're still. We'll be in the States. Like they have way better cell service.
Oh, you're going and you're not a foodie. If we have any recommendations. Well, okay, so our other friends that are cooking streamers, Graham and Amanda, Sam will link you, or someone shout out Tabatai Cooking so Jen can go see them. They live in Seattle and they are foodies, so they could give you so many more recommendations than I can.
Probably Steve could too.
Yeah, or Steam. Steampunk! What are your Seattle recommendations for foods? I know there's a really good taco shop there. And then I also ate at a really cute French restaurant, but I don't remember the name. Yeah, Steam's like, I'm not here. Stop it. Now a little sprinkle there, please.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
We'll go pretty heavy with the flour the first part of rolling, just to make sure it doesn't stick, because that's the worst. Tabatai Cooking. Thanks, Willamini.
Not too much or
No, that's perfect. Just gonna do like a little bit at a time. Okay, so now we're gonna plop this on. It's pretty soft, but this is usually how the butternut squash gnocchi feels. So I'm not gonna start stressing out yet.
don't stress out. You'll be fine.
Yep, I'm just gonna take my gloves off and grab a dough scraper. Other one. Thanks, Steam. Dust says, hey, Sammy. Yeah, I'm getting gnocchi on the monitor already. Hey, are you eating the carrots?
Nope.
This guy. I guess if you're eating them raw, they must be okay.
Well, the dog eats them raw.
Yeah.
She knows. She knows.
Yeah, if Doggo eats it, then you're good.
I'm pretty sure she's eating better than most.
Yeah.
I love this shit. Some slow-mos.
Okay, that looks good, guys. I just don't want it to stick to my hands at all because I don't want to waste anything. Now, oh man, she's soft. Gentle. We're gonna make a little log about 1 inch in diameter. It's not time for that yet, Sammy. It's really rough.
Not good.
I just need to clear some of the flour. I don't want it to be too floury, right? So obviously if you use just potatoes, way more easy to work with as it'll stick together more, but the squash is quite wet. So even if we might just have to do this today, just kind of flatten it out. And the other thing I'm gonna do, now that we're getting long, right? It'll be easier if we don't work with such a long piece. Might add more flour to it. Maybe we're going now. Hey?
Just still hit.
I guess that means it's gonna be really pillowy.
So good.
Okay, so about 1 inch in diameter. Yeah, it's quite sticky. And then a sheet pan with some more parchment so it doesn't stick. Pan. And then this is the fun part. So I usually go like 1 inch by 1 inch. Kind of get this covered in flour. Go one. Because they will blow up a little bit when we boil it. So we're gonna boil it and then fry it. And then actually all I'm gonna do, just to save some time, right, is just get a couple back onto the dough scraper and we'll put it onto the pan. And so then the other thing that I've figured out over time is that gnocchi always cooks way better if you pop it in the freezer for a couple minutes first. So that is what we're gonna do, like a quick chill while your water is coming up to a boil. I'm probably gonna add just a touch more flour in the big batch that we took from, because it'll just be easier to work with. This is the softest I've ever worked with. So obviously that's a different feeling for me. And my mind's like, I don't know. So it kind of just holds together more in dog, I guess. Kind of just seals everything together. Clear that now. Something about like chilling the eggs and the cheese and obviously the cooked potato and squash together. Because that's the last thing you want to happen, right? Is you do all of this work and then you put your little gnocchis in a pot and it just like falls apart. I would cry, I think. Just chuck it out the window. Oh, baby. She is delicate. What's up, iShot? Are you sad? Why we got Pikachu crying? Okay, guys. A little bit more. I'm just gonna use some of this. And because I don't want to get my hands sticky again. Indog, we can almost think about us chilling the gnocchi in the same way that you would rest a pasta dough before rolling it out. Why don't we think about it that way? That makes more sense. Yeah. That's better for sure. Smells really nice. Like the Asiago and the black pepper. I'm liking it. Don't smoke the gnocchi. Oh yeah, the thought of the exploding gnocchis is sad. It's a good kaboom. Sad times indeed. Okay, let's try it this time. Plop. Oh yeah. Starting to feel way better. See how I can actually like roll it now? Success! Just trust your gut, guys. Trust your gut. We don't want too much extra flour on here either, because it can make it too floury. Yeah. Okay, now we are literally rolling. The gnocchi is rolling. Obviously, it gets a little bit challenging when it gets longer, right? When it's this delicate. But here's the thing. It's homemade. So people should appreciate no matter what size or shape it is. Yeah, they see me rolling my gnocchi. Breath of the Wild 2? Boom, boom. Yeah, this is not something you want to make if you're under a time limit. Let me just say that. Well, I can get this first tray in. Oh, what? I really like that one, Cookie.
What?
I really like that one. That's actually perfect. Can we save them? Or they go away?
You can change those settings and everything, so you have to check them out.
Okay, I need to check out these channel points after, guys. I'm so intrigued. Don't be sorry, Dust. You're hollering at Sammy. Holla. Okay, we got enough flour on, so take the extra away. This is also something that is good to make in like a larger batch. And then you can either freeze them raw or you can boil them and then refreeze them. And then all you have to do is drop them back into a pot of water from frozen. And then when they float, they're good to go. So that's like a pretty quick thing to heat up during the weekday if you prep some gnocchi on the weekend. Once we get this first tray filled, we'll pop it into the freezer. And then we can start heating up our pot of water. We'll take our halibut out. Start cooking some of our veggies, I think, just a little bit ahead of time. Because the gnocchi does take a little bit of attention when you are cooking it. And then it will also firm up when we put it into the boiling water. So like, yeah, it looks a little bit soggy right now, but it will firm up.
Does Nike know?
I'm glowing, Nike, really? I actually have like no makeup on, but my cheeks are red. It could be from the beer. It's not every day that I drink an apricot sour. But yeah, we did get something pretty awesome today. Okay guys, there we go. Could just call this pumpkin gnocchi. You could make it with pumpkin as well, but I don't think it would have the same sweetness as the squash does. So cool. Okay, so I think we maybe processed about half of that, and we can just put that extra dough into the fridge. So I'll roll that out later. Let me go see if I can find some freezer space real quick. The worst. Success, we found a freezer. Hello, Crimson. How are you today? Okay, so gnocchi is chilling. Let's do like 20-minute timer. Yeah, don't ask. Don't ask, Crimson. They're good though. They're good. I mean, they called me mom at first, but so far so good. No one's punched any kittens. Okay. Hey Siri. Set 20-minute timer.
Okay, 20 minutes and counting.
That's the greatest thing ever. Doggo is curious. She says, hey, Y'all got any more of those carrots? Y'all got any more of those carrots? No, this is flour. That's not good. Few beers. Cheers to that. This is only my first of one. Hey, Uncle Corey, good to see you as well. Okay, making some space, clearing the area. Gotta wipe the board quickly. Get some of this flour out of here. And then we are going to put a pot of water on to boil for our gnocchi. We're gonna get a pan heating up with some olive oil for the carrots and the squash. Amazing, Crimson. Well, thanks for following. I'm happy you're enjoying it. I seriously love to hear that stuff.
Okay, playing your music shuffle.
You like seeing the glow, Nike? Thanks, man. I've been feeling really good lately. Life is good. Okay, let's get back to our prep list. So we made the gnocchi dough. We rolled it and now we're chilling it. So last two things, boil and then fry. Watch out. What is he laughing at? He's laughing at Siri starting to shuffle my music randomly. She just has a mind of her own. Oh, Siri. Yeah, chillin'. Okay, so let's fill this up halfway with hot water. What? We got a clink it raid. Welcome in, guys. And then we're going to put minimum 3 tablespoons of salt in there. Hey, Kit, how are ya? And Brother Aaron, thank you for the host. Gannon, welcome in, guys. Clink it, how was your stream today? Hey, Colton. We just finished rolling out our gnocchi and cutting it. So we just popped it into the freezer. Basically, the hard part of the stream is over, and you basically came in at this perfect time as well, as we're just starting to cook everything else. So you have to pull our halibut out that was caught by my friend here on the island, so very, very fresh. We have some awesome squash and carrots from my garden to cook, as well as some kale and foraged chanterelle mushrooms to put into the gnocchi as well. And then a couple of aromatics, some shallot and garlic, and then sage and thyme to fry up with the gnocchi. I think it's gonna be pretty delicious. Oh, you had a same food vibe. Orecchiette with kale, butternut squash, onions, and a white wine cream sauce. That's like total fall / winter food, right? So good. Love it. That's awesome. Yeah, we're just getting our pasta or gnocchi water boiling. And then I'm gonna start to roast off the carrots and squash now while the gnocchi is chilling. And then we'll cook the halibut last just so it doesn't dry out. Yeah, sage and squash. Perfect pairing. Boom. We'll turn that pot on to medium heat, get it going. I don't think it'll take too long to come up to a boil. And then 3 tablespoons of salt to season the water. And I always say it should taste like the sea. If you're like, oh, I wonder if this is salty enough, it should taste like the ocean. If you're like, oh, that's salty, that's perfect. That's what you want. Okay, let's go over to the stove.
Right?
Sammy without a beard looks like a child. Looks like a kid. Yeah, not the same.
Read the first part.
Yeah, he would just be a common mortal. Crispy fried sage and butter and squash and sage, yeah. Unreal combo. Yeah, it can never happen. Can never happen. Okay. So let's turn, this is the cast iron for our vegetables. We'll put that on to, oh, like medium high. Not super high though, because we don't want to burn the squash and carrots. They're quite sweet. And I always like to use olive oil. So just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. And you'll know if you have enough or not if the vegetables stick. I'll bring that over here. And then I think we'll also fry the gnocchi in this pan at the end. So we'll be doing a couple things in this pan itself. While that heats up, I'm gonna get our halibut pan ready. Our hallie pan. Halipan. And then because the fish is so nice and fresh, I don't think we need to go crazy with the seasonings. I think we have enough aromatics going into the gnocchi part of the dish that we should just use some salt and pepper on the fish. That way we can like really taste it. I guess we should also get some butter out now as well. Time for that butter. I don't like it that way.
I know.
The camera's flipped again.
Yeah.
Why, was it
No.
bad? Because they can see it on this stove. It's playing with them.
It's not that way.
Yeah, horizontal.
I know. I gotta go back. And
Ah!
then I'll go the other way.
Don't
Bam.
mind me, guys. This is the tech guy.
Good.
Don't worry. He doesn't get paid.
This is what you get, man. That's all. That's it.
Well, I guess that's what you get for free. You're the best, Sammy. You're hungry now, Kit? It's time to eat for sure. Hot Pocket? Hot Pocket. Okay, butter. Butter. Oh, we might as well take the cheese back out. It's gonna happen again. Asiago is the cheese that we're going for, guys. It's like a creamier Parmesan. Yeah, the Bearded Streamers Union. Oh no, you're talking to Sammy about Metroid? Okay, I don't even know much about that game, but I do know that it's like his favorite. And actually, we are going to cut this halibut up. We'll cut it into 2 portions. Quite large indeed. Yeah, did somebody say Metroid? Nope, nobody said Metroid. I don't know what you're talking about. Kit, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll just make some tea. Even though I want to eat all of the things. Okay, how is this? Let's do a test piece. Not enough sizzle yet. We will wait. When we drop the squash in, it should really sizzle heavily. So it's not quite hot enough yet. So I'm just gonna quickly switch back over to the cutting board to show you guys the fish, because I think it looks really awesome. And we need to dry it off as well, since we're gonna be searing it in a pan. Oh, you get heartburn if you eat close to bedtime. You know what? I do as well. I do as well. Your body's just like, what are you doing to me? When your fish doesn't smell like anything, that's a very good sign.
Man, that piece of halibut.
Yeah. This looks really good. It was fresh. My friend Zach caught it. Our fisherman, mushroom man, hunter man. And the date on the bag was September 15th. So about a month in the freezer. And it was already frozen when he gave it to me, so I didn't even have a chance to have it fresh. Hopefully at one point though. Dry it off nice, since we'll be searing it in a pan. And then I think I'm just gonna cut it right in half. And then we can also see that this side, a little bit more sinew, right? So it'll be a touch different to eat this side compared to this side, which is really, really meaty. Holy halibut soup. Okay, we be smoking, guys. Just gonna get our veggies in the pan and then wash my hands quickly. Oh, sorry. Oh, hi. Hello. That's the sizzle we want. Yep. Holy, that smells good already. We're popping. Yeah, this is the candy corn. Exactly. I really want to get some color on each side of these. I'm going to try and get some caramelization going. We'll just get the most flavor out of the vegetables that way when we start reducing the sugars in them. So this is kind of the perfect sizzle. This is medium-high heat. And I'm also going to salt them right away so it starts to soak in as they cook. And we cut the carrots and the squash to approximately the same size so that it'll cook at the same time as well. So we can let those go. Just gonna check how much time I have left on the timer for our gnocchi chillin'. Oh no, I don't even know how to work this thing. Okay, 3 minutes left. Yeah, the sound of sizzling food. Yeah, we don't need spatulas, Nike. That's why you got hands. It's like built-in tongs. Just gonna check a couple pieces just to see how quickly it's browning. I think it's pretty perfect. Yeah, like when it blisters, perfection. Okay. Quick little portion on the fish. Blueberry white widow, that sounds good. Just always check like a couple spots around the pan because sometimes certain areas cook quicker than others. Okay, I'm gonna give these a little flip. Flip around, stir around, whatever you want to call it. Is anyone weirded out by the purple carrots? Just gonna try this little piece here. See how it's cooking and also test it for seasoning if we need any more salt. Purple carrots are delicious, right? Like originally they were white, yellow, and purple. And then somehow they became orange. So halibut is very, very mild as a fish. And the flakes are really big, so it's very meaty. Almost like chickeny. Like sometimes when I cook it, it smells very similar to chicken. Creamy, nutty. So good. I'm gonna give this a quick little steam. And then next up in there, we will do the garlic shallot and the mushrooms and kale together. So once the carrot and the squash are done, I'm gonna put them back in the bowl that they were in. So we're gonna set that aside. And then we'll put the mushrooms and kale and everything in with the squash as well. And then once our gnocchi has been fried in the pan, then we can mix everything together and plate it up. But if I tried to do all of this at once, it would just get too crazy. So we do a little bit at a time to focus on what we're doing and make sure everything turns out perfect. Love that. Nike, it's totally fine, man. Yeah, heirloom carrots, exactly. Okay, give that a little shake, and then we're gonna pour that out. Try and save the oil in the pan if you can. Don't want to use too much. And yes, this will completely destroy your stovetop. I feel like this is trending, guys. Now trending. Destroying your stovetop with grease. Okay, shallots going in. We cut them up like small dice earlier. And I'm gonna turn this down a little bit too. So we're just gonna cook these until they're golden brown. This pan is pretty hot, so I might just move it off there for a sec. Need a touch more oil because it looks a bit dry in there. And then one thing I found, if we don't have enough fat while we're cooking, is things tend to burn easier. And we also know that the mushrooms are gonna soak up a lot of that. Okay, we're safe to go back on. Quick little cool down. To grow heirloom vegetables like in your house or in a garden. Because I grew heirloom tomatoes and carrots and beets this year outside. So those are the carrots from the garden. Oh yeah, the smell of frying onions. We'll mince our garlic in with our garlic press. We add the garlic after the shallot because it burns quicker. Get all of that in there. Okay, give that a stir. Holy. Couple seconds. In a garden, yeah. It's actually very easy because heirlooms have been around for a long time. So they're quite adapted to the outdoor conditions. I don't know why I piled the kale on top of the mushrooms, guys. So the mushrooms have to cook first. So start throwing our mushrooms in here. And these are white chanterelles, so they're quite meaty. And the same guy that caught the halibut also found these mushrooms. So he is someone that has been teaching Sam and I a lot about the area that we live in. And we've been learning how to live off of the land. And he's actually younger than us, so it's quite an amazing relationship that we've built together. Gonna add some salt to our mushrooms. So we always salt while we're cooking. You don't just salt afterwards. Stir that around with our aromatics. And I think I want to add a little bit of black pepper to these as well. I really like mushrooms with pepper. Yeah, I was crying on stream today, Kit. Like, the shallots got me good. I had to get a tissue. Yeah, like, if I was vegetarian, I would probably eat mushrooms every day. Because these ones, in particular, remind me so much of chicken when they're cooked. And they kind of look like pulled chicken as well. Okay, add our kale. The mushrooms basically just cooked. A little bit of bite still. And then what I'm gonna do to create a little bit of steam in the pan to wilt the kale, a little bit of white wine. This is a Pinot Grigio, so it's pretty balanced in acidity and sweetness. Nothing too expensive, nothing too cheap. Kind of middle of the line.
With the new barbecue guru, that gets sent to your watch. What?
That's crazy.
How do you monitor your big green egg? You know, just an app. Your phone that tells you what type it is.
They can't hear you. You're
Why?
talking to no one.
I'm talking.
Because the mic's here.
No, it works pretty well.
Does it work pretty well,
just-
guys? Do you hear him?
I'm just.
He's just like muffled, Sammy.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh yeah, like I am cleared out after that. Clear out the sinuses, the tear ducts, the whole lot. Okay, let's lift this lid. Shouldn't take long. Yum. And I think I want to leave this kind of sauce that we built in the pan here. Okay, a touch more salt. And then that can get scooped out. Okay. Turn this back down as well. So we got our carrot squash, mushrooms, kale. Absolute destruction on the stove top. I think we're done with the lid now. Just put that aside. Save some room. And then we will reserve this for our gnocchi. Halibut pan going on now. So your meat should always be the last thing you cook so that it stays nice and hot and fresh. Look at the Thor beard. Oh, you cut onions at work. What do you do for work, Kit? Okay, our gnocchi pot is boiling. I'm gonna go grab that. I'm gonna grab the gnocchi from the freezer. It should be nicely chilled. Be back in a sec while everything is heating up. Okay guys, we got the gnocchi, butternut squash, made from scratch. And yeah, it's quite a long process. So after we cut them up, we just put them onto a sheet pan with parchment. And I chilled them for about half an hour in the freezer, just so they kind of firm up and come together. Kind of like resting a pasta dough, I guess. Now, put them in the boiling water. When they float, they're done. Take them out right away, put them back on the sheet pan, and then we'll fry them up at the end. Oh, you work as kitchen prep, salad prep, and dessert plating. I love that. That was like some of my favorite jobs in a kitchen, was like doing prep, doing salads, and dessert plating. So much fun. So let's test this out, see how we did. A couple of them were pretty soft when we were rolling it out. So I'm a little bit worried about it falling apart in the water, but we'll see. Just gonna try a couple at a time. Well, it's not falling apart, so I think we're good. Oh. Sorry guys, I was just trying to give you more of a view of the camera, but I don't think we can. Oh, one little guy popped up. So it should only take a minute or two for them to cook in there. Look at this pan is like smoking hot. So some oil in there. And we want our halibut pan to be smoking. Ooh. I'm gonna pour some of that into our gnocchi pan. I just don't want that oil to splatter. There we go. Because I also want to use a touch of butter. Okay, so those two are floating. I'm gonna take them out, give them a taste, and then we'll carry on. I think it's more important to get our halibut going and rested as well. So, because this piece of fish is really thick, we're gonna want a good amount of salt, and we might even salt both sides. And then we're going to put it in the pan salt side down, and that'll create like a nice crust on it. It's quite a thick piece of fish, so I'm actually going to turn this down. It's going to take a little bit longer to cook just on the stove top. That would probably take around 8 minutes to cook this piece. So now we also know that we have then 8 minutes to prepare the rest of dinner. Plating desserts is easy peasy, right? Plus you can be a little bit creative with it, right? Touch more salt on the other side, I think. Okay, let's try our little dumplings. Literally like a pillow. Okay, this is perfect. Pumped. Okay, now I know I can drop a bunch in there and not worry about it. I really like the sweetness from the squash in it. I'm gonna take a peek here. Okay, perfect. It's not browning up too quick. Just a nice slow cook. Just gonna drop a couple in at a time because they are quite delicate. Make sure to keep that water boiling. You don't really want them to like stick together once they sink in the pot. Okay, that's about half of them. Smells good, Sammy? You'd rather know every position in the kitchen. Work a little while longer before taking a manager's position. I agree. Yeah, that's perfect, Crimson. That's the way to do it. Okay, I'm going for the flip. Look at that color, guys. You can see how it's already flaking apart. Yep. Okay, I want to drop a little bit of butter into that pan now. You can see some of our gnocchis are starting to float. So once we get a couple more, I can start scooping them out. Yep. the fish will take it. Spoon a little bit over top. Yeah. See, I shot? Told you we weren't skimping. That's why I kept the pan also on low heat, because I didn't want to burn the butter when I dropped it in. So it'll kind of give this a little swirl as well. Just take that off of the heat for a sec. Okay, let's scoop. Nothing fell apart. So we were successful, guys. We did it. They look a little bit funny, but they taste really good. Come on. There we go. Almost there, guys. You see how floury the gnocchi makes the water as well? Crazy. Okay, put that back on now that it's settled down a bit. And let's start basting a little bit. So we're gonna scoop the butter over the top of the fish. See how that got nice and browned? So the butter is really nutty now at this point. And it'll kind of just soak into the fish. It's kind of crazy. But halibut is not a very fatty fish, so in my opinion, this is one of the best ways to do it, is it'll take that butter, and then it'll just taste really buttery as well. It's got a nice firmness. I think the best thing for me to do now is to just take a little temperature test of the inside. Okay, so we're at 98. We're really close. I think if I just turn this off and put it on the back burner, it'll rest to being perfect point. Oh no, Sammy, why didn't you tell me?
What?
My camera went out. Hey, we're back. Sorry, guys. Sometimes when I do longer streams, this one decides to randomly shut off. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, gnocchi. Yeah, these are some of the funniest gnocchis I've ever made. But like I said, they taste really good. So that's just fine. I'm gonna get this pot out of here. Not needed. And now we can get our gnocchi pan on. Fry it up. This is the last step, guys. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Yeah, brown butter is like one of my favorite things. You're doing cooking as a job kit because you haven't figured out what you want to commit to. That's a good place to start. I feel like me cooking for the last 9 years has taught me a lot of valuable life skills, not really related to the kitchen. Yeah, and that's the thing is when you're in the food industry is there's so many different options to choose from. Bye, Crimson. Have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. Carryover cooking. Oh my gosh, Kit. I love that you know all these terms. Okay, I'm going to put a touch of butter in our gnocchi pan as well. I think my lens is a little bit dirty. Let me get a clean cloth. Just looks a little bit blurry for you guys. Probably touched it when I was moving the camera. Or it's just dirty. I'll give it a clean after stream. Okay. This is gonna be quick. So let that melt. Yeah, that'll be perfect. That is a large piece of halibut too. I doubt I'll be able to eat all that. We definitely don't want our gnocchi to stick, right? I think the trick is that when we drop it in the pan, we don't want to move the pan right away. So let it make a little crust on the one side, and then if you want, you can flip it over, but you don't have to. As long as we get a little bit of texture on one side, I think that's the most important. And it's totally gonna spit at you because these just came out of boiling water, right? So they're a little bit wet. So just be careful. Oh my God, that sound. Heaven. And then we also don't want to pile the gnocchi on top of itself. One nice layer. If we overload the pan, it will for sure stick. Okay. Should be good. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna put the carrots and the squash just in this halibut pan to warm up while we wait. They're still warm, but I know that this will like soak up that delicious butter. Don't waste anything. Okay, should we peek? Ho ho ho! Yes. Yes, we should. Oh, that one was not ready. Okay, so some of them are, some of them aren't. So we'll give it a couple more seconds. We don't want to rip that lovely crust off of there. It smells really good, Greek. It does. Yeah, with the sound comes the smell. I usually don't eat this late either. And plus, I'm usually not streaming on Fridays as well. That is like a very heavenly color. You guys, yeah, you can see that if I move it to the middle. This is one of those times when I need one of those really small spatulas. Sammy's yelling things, guys. I just took it off the heat because I didn't want the butter to get too browned while I flip this. Little pockets of heaven. And yeah, there is a fine line between butter being browned and butter being burnt. I'm gonna see if I can do one swipe. Yeah. Ready? Sound effects always help as well, guys. If you're feeling nervous, just make sound effects. Everything will turn out. Those carrots are so good, hey? Oh. The squash is so good, hey? Okay, back on. And I think this is where we should sprinkle our herbs in. So our sage and our thyme. Golden brown in dog. Crispy. And then this will pop a little bit when you drop it in the pan, so just be careful. And this is gonna make everything very aromatic. Get that butter spread around everything. Okay. I'm really happy with this. The fish feels amazing, guys. I think it's so perfect. That's the little guy that lost his coat. I guess I have to eat it. The flavor from those herbs, insane. So I think I'm gonna put the mushroom and kale, maybe not mixed in with it because it might make it too wet. So I think we'll do the gnocchi in the bottom of the bowl. Maybe spread around some of the squash and carrots because I kind of cut them to be around the same size. So you can be like, oh, have a little piece of gnocchi. Oh, have a little piece of carrot. And then we'll put the mushroom and kale and then the fish on top. And then everything should be cooked perfectly enough that we don't need a sauce. Nothing should be dried out. We made it, guys. We made it. I think you want to see that up close and personal with a not blurry camera. Nom. Nom, nom, nom. Nike. I'm so dang moist right now. I'm not even sorry, man. Sammy's gonna like this one, I think, guys. Crispy herbage. Add a little bit of texture to go with our crispy gnocchi. So good. I think that's good. Just a little pile. This is gonna be pretty filling, right? Yeah, everything is wet. I may have said that before. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Is just move some of the gnocchi over and let this stuff heat back up. Oh no, I crushed it. Yep. Mind you, it is still warm. Surprising how long food can hold heat for. But it shouldn't take long with this pan being really hot. Quick little heat. Heat. Okay. Squashy pieces. I'm just gonna use my hands because that's way easier. Caramelized carrots. Very much fall. Aw, thanks, Nike. Yeah, this took me a while to make. This part of it is so freaking good. I'm just gonna do a little dollop right in the middle. I don't know if I've ever had chanterelle mushrooms with fish, but I thought that halibut would be a really good pairing with it. Because both the mushrooms and the halibut are kind of chickeny. Wow, that camera is just like, well, it's Friday, so see you later. Camera's having none of it. I'm gonna give it a sec. What? Hojerific. Welcome in. Thank you for the 7 months, man. So appreciate it. Yeah, 7-year itch. Oh no. Dropped a little piece of halibut on the ground. I'm sure Doggo's okay with that. Can Sammy come scratch it? Oh, before I wanted to do the fish, it's okay. I'll just grate some cheese around. Oh, thank you. The sous chef. Because we need more cheese, right, guys? Sorry, Dust. No mountain today. Just a light dusting of cheese snow. I love when you grate it really fine like this. Kind of just melts into everything. Do you like some cheese snow?
Nope, I'm okay.
He doesn't want the cheese snow. No cheese mountain yet. Ruined. There we go, guys. This is what I thought of in my head. So this is what I made for us today.
Finally, time to feast. I'm hungry.
There's food in the fridge.
I'm hungry.
Okay, quick photo. And you guys know what's what. Okay, watch out for a sec. This is a good salmon. I'm really excited to try the halibut. Okay, Let's do this. Thanks, Hojerific. So good to see you. I hope you are well. Is it like really soggy in Vancouver? Because we got drenched today. Okay. Just want you
It's been a
guys.
while since we had halibut.
Yeah. Just want you to see how flaky this is. Like, this is how halibut flakes. But holy. I think it's so shiny that it doesn't even focus. Do you see that sheen? Like, look how white it is. We did good. And then, like, halibut to me is really fun to eat because I always just pick it off flake by flake. So you can see how it's very chickeny for a fish. Super good. I almost didn't add enough salt.
My favorite is the cheeks. We got a pair of those.
Yeah, we also got halibut cheeks from Zach. It wasn't bad there today. Holy. Halibut with the mushrooms and kale is really good. All right, new pairing.
Holy. Nice cook.
Thank you. I was nervous, to be honest, guys. I was like, I haven't cooked halibut in so long. I don't know what I'm doing.
My
She
God.
still got it. It's like a bicycle.
I think it's the best halibut I've ever had in my life.
Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear what Sammy said? Best halibut of his life?
Like, it's just the taste of the halibut.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. That was a happy fish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, happy fish, guys. Let's try some with a carrot. Oh, that cheese, though.
Well done.
Fish and carrot. Yes.
You done good, kid. You done good.
Yeah, when you get a Sammy pat on the back. I'm ready to poop. What? Yay! Thanks, Dust, for the 300 biddies. Oh, no.
Scared me.
Scared me.
Right. Well done.
Little baby kittens. Oh, thank gosh that other follower is off the list. They would be exiting. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Cooked with love. I would say so. Sammy just keeps saying, like there's literally no other words coming out of his mouth. Yep. So here's the thing though, guys. Is if you overcook halibut, it will be so dry that you like almost choke on it. Weird, Nike, the clip didn't work. But like the salty, buttery crust on the outside, and then just the moist Fish on the inside. Awesome. It did on your side. Weird. It just says an error occurred. But all good, dude. All good. There it is. Okay. Night dust. You already know the deal. I mean, I've been nursing this beer for over 3 hours. So before we go rate someone, I'm just gonna finish this. Thank you for the biddies, Dust. I so appreciate it. I hope to see you on Sunday. We're making cottage pie for Buff Bagwell and grinding our own beef for it. We picked up a big roast today. Sunday.
Oh.
Probably Sunday afternoon. Hotro Bubba, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in. Okay, who's on, guys? Who are we gonna go raid?
Go to here. Go to.
Whoa.
What is it there? No, sorry. Raid channel.
Antenna?
Raid channel.
Oh.
Click on it. Tells you who's on.
What?
Yeah.
Should we do Mrs. Ruby?
She's almost done.
Okay. Should we do Mike's side?
Yeah. Do my side.
Chef de Partie? Iris is playing Apex.
Unless Clone is still doing tea.
I don't see him on. I don't think so. Okay, Chef. Chef de Partie. Okay, let's do it. I don't know what happens because I'm using the new dashboard, so. Okay. We just click start raid, or will it give you like 3 seconds? Hey!
Can I get your time like always?
Okay. Night eye shot. Oh gosh, of course the camera just is like pooping out. Okay guys, we'll see you on Sunday. Come back to me. Come back, camera. No. Just raise this up. 2 secs. Oh, we're back. Night.
That was so good.
Yeah, Neri?
Yeah.
It's worth the wait.
Deserves a kiss.